Hi everyone, welcome back to my page where I'll break down the audit processes to help build confidence and expertise in your work. If you are new here, welcome. I'm thrilled to have you join me. Today, I'm going to be looking into the second part of our series on auditing sales. If you haven't watched the first video where I explained the steps in a typical sales process in a retail setting and identify potential risks, I highly recommend you check that out first. In this video, I'll focus on key aspects of auditing. It will still be the retail setting. Number one, testing control activities to ensure they're functioning as intended. Number two, designing substantive procedures to validate the accuracy and integrity of the sales data. Let's get started. When it comes to testing controls, our goal is simple: to determine whether the controls of a company has put in place are effective throughout the financial period. Remember, we're not looking for monetary misstatements here. That comes later with substantive testing. So we're looking at a retail example here, and we're going to look at barcode scanning. This is a common control in retail environments where items are scanned to pull prices from a master price list. So here's how you can test it. Test number one. Take a random sample of items and scan them to verify that the price displayed matches the master price list. Test number two. Select a sample of sales receipts from different dates and ensure that the prices charged match the applicable price list for those dates. These tests confirm that the system is constantly applying the correct prices, even if promotions or price changes occur. So now we're going to look at price overrides. So controls around discounts or price overrides often require managerial approval. So this prevents unauthorized changes to prices, which could lead to errors or fraud. Here's how to test it. Test number one. Observe a cashier attempting to override a price without authorization. The system should block them. Test number two. Select a sample of transactions with discounts and verify that they include evidence of managerial approval, such as a manager's login code or signature. So now we test the transaction totals. Most point-of-sale systems calculate the total for each transaction automatically, reducing the risk of manual errors. To test this, pick a random sample of receipts, recalculate the totals manually, and compare them to the system-generated amounts. This is an efficient dual-purpose test, as it provides evidence of both the control's effectiveness and the accuracy of the recorded transaction. So this is a dual test where you're doing both testing the control and a substantive test. When a payment is made, the accounting system should automatically record the corresponding journal entry. To test this control, I would trace a sample of receipts to the journal entries, confirming that the timing and the amounts match. Alternatively, I would start with journal entries and trace them back to original receipts to ensure that they are supported by valid transactions. Credit checks ensure that customers don't exceed their approved limits, protecting the company from potential losses. To test this, I would select a sample of credit sales and verify that credit checks were performed before the sale was approved. If the process is automated, I would review system logs or settings to confirm that the credit checks are programmed correctly. Once we've tested the controls, it's time to design substantive procedures. These tests aim to detect material misstatements in the sales account, whether intentional or accidental. Let's break this down by a session. We check if the sales actually took place. Occurrence. We'll take a sample of journal entries for sales and trace them back to supporting documentation, such as customer orders, invoices, and delivery confirmations. This ensures that all recorded sales are real. The second session is accuracy. Accuracy is all about ensuring the right amounts were recorded. For this, I would recalculate invoice totals and compare them to the recorded amounts. I would check the unit prices and quantities against the price master list and the original customer order. The third session I will discuss is completeness. Here, we start at the beginning of the process. I take a sample of customer orders and trace them through the entire process: packing slips, shipping records, invoices, and journal entries to ensure nothing was missed. The fourth session is classification. This involves verifying that debits and credits align with the customer's chart of accounts. I would take a sample of sales transactions and ensure they were recorded in the correct accounts, such as sales revenue and accounts receivable. Our final session will be cut-off. This is crucial for accurate financial reporting. For this, I would review transactions near the year end and verify that sales were recorded based on delivery and not on order placement or payment date. That wraps up today's video on testing controls and substantive procedures for the sales process. We've covered a lot, from testing automated pricing systems to verifying journal entries and tracing transactions for accuracy. Thanks for watching.